Welcome home, Max.
I won't trade you! I dare you to kiss me.
I hope you don't mind needles or duct tape.
You make me feel like I have a reason for still being in Arcadia Bay. I don't hate you. I actually think you're one of the coolest people at Blackwell.
It's nice to know how you really feel.
Maybe I'm jealous. I can't make this choice! Max, what's going on? Victoria, what's going to happen to us?
I can't do this alone.
I know I've been selfish, but for once, show me your love. Chloe, all those moments between us were real. I'm so sorry.
I believe you.
I'll always love you.
I'm interested. No, I don't want to play the fucking tutorial. I hate tutorials. Insert groan here. Okay. I had high expectations! What is this? Okay. Get the fuck up, bitch! I guess I better get up. The air is a little chilly as I push the covers off, and one glance in my mirror is enough to tell me that I look like a total zombie. In other words, it's a typical morning for me. Someone's playing music. The people I share a dormitory with are worse than roosters. Oh well, at least I'm up. And I shouldn't make it a habit to be late to class anyway. I stretch out, yawning, as I make my way to the window to feel the sunlight on my skin. For fuck's sake. Lisa seems to be enjoying it too. She's grown like crazy over the past year. My mom would be so proud. I'm pretty sure that's her fucking plant that's in the window. A whole year already. It's hard to believe I've been at Blackwell for that long. I'm so glad that I came back to Arcadia Bay and not just for Blackwell Academy, although I'd be lying if I said that wasn't a huge part. I liked Seattle, but it never really felt like home. Arcadia Bay is the place I grew up in, the place where I made all of my best memories and had so many adventures, each one as different as every new day. Pirates and superheroes. This was the best place to grow up. Well, I'm biased, but I really do feel that way. Are we not remembering what happened? Is this before the storm? Like, what's going on here? I don't want to sell Seattle short, of course. I lived there for 5 long years. I really do miss my friends there, and my parents was so glad to see them this summer. I can't read. And my parents, I was so glad to see them this summer. But I know that coming back here was the right choice for me. I'm technically an adult now, which is something I'm still getting used to. I definitely still feel like a kid in a lot of ways. I'm lucky to have my parents' support and my scholarship, which I've somehow managed to keep into my 2nd year. Go Max! And I can't forget one of the most important parts. Blackwell's brought me back to Chloe Price, my best friend. It took a little while, but we picked up right where we left off. Actually, we did even better because we didn't exactly part under the best circumstances. But the greatest thing about Chloe is that she's brutally honest with her feelings. Those first few weeks were seriously awkward, but we got through it. I'm determined to be there for her now, even if I couldn't before. Luckily, someone was there for Chloe while I was gone. Rachel Amber. Isn't she the bully? Who was Rachel? Was she the bully or was she the girl that wanted to kill herself? I don't remember. But she's one of those girls that's just impossible to hate, even though Victoria Chase is the bully. Rachel Amber, I believe, is the girl that was at the party and she got her nudes leaked or something, and then she wanted to jump off of the building, which is not funny, and I wasn't laughing in that way. You know, mental health is a serious issue. At first I thought that Rachel and Chloe were total opposites, but they're really more like wolves of the same pack. Let's just say that knowing the both of them is like being accessory to every incident of dubiously criminal mischief in the Bay. But even if I didn't have Chloe and Rachel, I've got other friends here too. Dana, Stella, Alyssa, actually I can count almost everyone on my floor as a friend. Even Brooke, who is abrasive. It took some getting used to, but it's just her way of being friendly. Pretty impressive for a shy geek like me, am I right? Take Kate Marsh, for example. She's one of the very first people who befriended me at Blackwell. Kate is probably the most kind-hearted person I've ever met, and she's an incredibly talented artist. She's one of the only students at Blackwell that unabashedly, that's not a word, wears her heart, or I guess her religion, on her sleeve. I know that she gets flack about it sometimes. That's not a word either! But I think it's really cool that she works so hard to create a comfortable environment for other religious and or abstinent students, or even if I'm not in her Bible study group or anything. I get along with almost everybody, except for my neighbor across the hall. Victoria Chase is the head of the Vortex Club with all the reputation that goes with it. Even after a year, I'm not entirely sure what the Vortex Club even does, aside from underage drinking. I've heard that being in it is good for your resume, but I never seen them doing anything actually improve or benefit the school outside of partying. I can't read. It's not really my place to judge, even though Victoria herself does a lot of judging. We're not doing this shit. Don't do this shit. It's hard not to wither under that Ice Queen stare of hers, or feel totally lame in the presence of her $6,000 camera. Jesus Christ. She has a great eye, though. I'll give her that. I can't spend all morning daydreaming by the window, though. I've got to get dressed. I don't want to miss my first class, especially because MX Dog told us last week that they had a surprise coming up on Monday. I wonder what it'll be. They're always supportive of my work and always smiling. I knew Blackwell took on the best of the best, but I had to experience it to believe it. MX Dog is so freaking cool. Is this the motherfucker that kidnapped us? Is this the teacher? I haven't played this game in a while, but isn't there a teacher that like kidnapped us and stripped us naked and like took pictures of us? I could be wrong, but isn't there a freak at this school? I better hurry up and get going. Then maybe I can find some time to hang out with my friends before class starts. I have a feeling that Chloe and Rachel are going to laugh at my generic brand t-shirt and jeans like they always do, but I've come to terms with my style. Chloe gave me one of her punky spiked bracelets a few months ago. I'm clumsy, so I thought I'd instantly take my eye out by wearing it, but it turns out that the secret to thrashing is that the studs are actually pretty dull. I guess I really am ready for the mosh pit now. Shaka bra. What? I feel stupid reading this shit. Oh, the places you'll go, Max. Where to now? Go to the bathroom. When I reach the bathroom, I find Chloe smoking in the corner, slouching there with a joint pinched between her fingers. Rachel's busy adding graffiti to the opposite wall. Talk to Chloe. Having fun, Chloe? Chloe grins at me, giving me her usual up-to-no-good look. Yup, I'm totally getting lit over here. I groan, and Chloe just bursts out laughing amid a cloud of sharp smoke. You're terrible, you know that? I hate this. And you love it. But what's up? I'm pretty sure you didn't come over here for a hit. I lean against the wall next to Chloe, nudging her with my elbow. I'm not a fan of how weed smells, but I've gotten used to being around it by now. It seems to chill Chloe out, and I'm all for anything that keeps her happy. Just wanted to see what my best friend's up to this early in the morning. And to ask what you think of MX Dog's surprise today. Who the fuck? What is this? What is MX Dogs? Chloe shrugs, taking another drag. When she breathes out, the smoke twists and turns into the air before dissipating under the fluorescent lights. It makes me want to take a picture. Oh my god, Max. I know that look. You want to take a photo, huh? Hipster? Kill me. Literally kill me. 5 years apart or not, Chloe still knows me so well. She proves it all the time. I could take 1,000 pictures of Chloe and never get tired of her face. I've got a girl crush. Is it that obvious? Chloe smirks at me and bumps the toe of her boot into my sneaker before sucking back on the joint again and exhaling her through her nose. I got something she can suck on. Ah! What is that? Save your photos for your dog's class, Max. As for whatever the surprise is, I don't know. I'm just glad we made it into the same class this semester. Just like when we were in elementary school, huh? I grin. Chloe may look all punk rock on the outside now, but I know on the inside she's still the girl I used to watch anime and play pirates with. My crazy, rebellious, amazing friend. She didn't have the blue hair when we were little, but she's always had a wild heart. I'm glad we're together too. Chloe smiles at me. Anyway, I want to be good and buzzed by the time class starts, so I need to finish this thing. I'll catch you later, Supermax. See you soon, Chloe. Who the fuck is Rachel? Rachel looks up and smiles at me. It's warm, but as usual, it's a little intimidating. There's something about Rachel that makes me feel kind of shy. She can be hard to read. Who the fuck is this? Is this the girl that supposedly went missing, but that guy ended up killing her? I don't know. I could ask you the same thing. Rachel looks back at the wall, smirking as she gives another shake of her spray can. I look at it too. The paint is bright gold, dripping down the wall from a tangle of letters. I can't quite tell what it says. I'm leaving my mark on this school, which is still totally against the rules. Since when have the rules ever applied to me? She laughs at her own joke, which makes me twitch into a smile too before I have to tilt my head away from the fumes, eyes watering. Are you heading to class soon? Yeah, but let me guess. You're wondering what dog's gonna surprise us with today? Who the fuck is Dog? Whose name is Dog? That's another thing about Rachel. She's always on the ball and knows what's going on with everyone and everything. I think she might be omniscient. 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 Yeah. Rachel laughs, twirling her paint can in her hand. Her fingers are nimble and light against the smooth surface. Girl, I bet you it's another photo contest. I'm sure you'll win it, Max. She and Chloe have been so supportive of me, their praise can be a little overwhelming sometimes, but I know they really mean it. Chloe, I get, but Rachel, we're not that close. So it means a lot that she's so encouraging anyway, even if I don't entirely get what's in it for her. Rachel is honestly kind of a mystery to me, one that I have yet to figure out even a year in. I wonder if Chloe's got the puzzle solved. I've always been too shy to ask much about their friendship, but they're as thick as thieves. Thanks, Rachel. I hope so. Don't worry about it. Anyway, I want to finish this up. If that's cool with you, I'll see you in class. Rachel gives a little toss of her hair before focusing back on the wall. I head outside the dorms and see Kate sitting on a bench out on the front lawn, sketchbook in hand. Up ahead, I see Victoria focused on a bulletin board. I guess I do have time to chat. Who's the bitch? Victoria? I want to talk to Victoria. Looks so confused on the message board. She's got her arms crossed like she's annoyed by what she's reading, but I'm not sure what it is she's looking at. I scan my eyes over the board. There are flyers for club meetings, another plea about the cat pics tablet, some stuff about global warming, the average Blackwell Mark Q. I don't usually go out of my way to talk to Victoria, but she might be the only person who takes photography classes seriously as I do. It might be good to scope out what she thinks about today's surprise. Hey, Victoria! Victoria turns around, and for a split second I see surprise in her face before it's replaced with a stern look. What do you want, Max? Her tone isn't totally hostile today. Guess that's something at least. Just wanted to say good morning if that's okay. Victoria snorts and rolls her eyes. I wouldn't call it a good morning as long as you're around. Wait, seriously? I throw my hands up in defense, giving a huff of exasperation. I can't catch a break with Victoria, can I? Wow, nice burn. Let me go to the nurse and give myself an ice pack. Girl, what are we saying at this point? Her arms with an impatient sigh and then gestures with her fingers. Really? What do you want? I glance back to the bulletin board and see a small flyer in the corner. It's an advertisement for a photography exhibition in Portland. I think I found what Victoria was looking at. Just wondering what you think MX Dogs... What the fuck? Prepare for us today. You know, the surprise they mentioned last week? Victoria purses her lips and looks away for a second before turning back to me. I heard a rumor that it's another photo contest like last year. She sounds kind of tense about it. I suddenly remembered how she placed second in the photo contest last year. She hadn't looked happy about it at all. I know she busted her ass on it. Even I have to admit that her submission was really good. Submission? I totally thought she'd win. I have a feeling she took losing a lot harder than she'd let on. If it is Good luck, Victoria! That definitely wasn't the response Victoria was expecting. Her eyes widen, her mouth dropping open for a split second. Before she recovers, She's not scowling at me anymore, at least. Yeah, you too, Max. Oh, I wasn't expecting that either. We stand there for another moment. Neither of us seem to know what to say. Awkward. Victoria makes an irritated sound, finally breaking the silence. Look, I've got to get back to figuring out my schedule for the week. Club meetings and shit. I'm pretty sure that wasn't what she was doing, but I'm not about to call her out on it. Yeah, of course. I'll see you in class. She turns back to the bulletin board. Well, that could definitely have gone a lot worse. As far as encounters with Victoria Chase go, that was practically painless. Once I enter the classroom, I head to the back. This classroom looks familiar, and I swear to God, if that teacher pops up on my fucking computer, I'm gonna lose my shit. Contrary to what Chloe would have you believe, I don't sit back here to slack off like she does. I sit back here because it's centered right where usually lectures. Speaking of Chloe, I can see her sauntering in with Rachel. She grabs a couple of chairs and drags them noisily across the tiles so that she and Rachel can sit with me. Chloe looks like she's already prepared to nap all the way through class. Typical. Rachel, on the other hand, she's got top marks, even though she's more into being into photos. She's already got her textbook open and she's running a paint stained finger down the page. Victoria walks in just a moment later with Taylor at her side. She glances at me and then immediately looks away when she catches, are we about to fucking romance Victoria right now? Her lips are pressed together in a hard line as Taylor chatters in her ear. I guess she's not in a gossipy mood today. Kate's seat is over by the window. She mouths hello to me as she takes her spot, organizing her books into a neat pile. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is going on? Good morning, class. What a lovely Monday morning. There's a few grumbles here and there. Chloe is the loudest. Professor Dog ignores them all. As you all know, I told you last week I'd have a big surprise coming today. Well, the day has come for me to announce the second annual Blackwell Photo Contest. I can feel butterflies literally explode in my stomach. Something else should be exploding in my... Hey there, dog. Nice wiener. What? Oof. Was that an oof to my joke? No way, I just said fucking oof to my joke. Called it. Victoria stiffens in her seat and sits up a little straighter. There's nothing straight about Victoria. Kate smiles, of course. She's as bright as the spot of sun she's sitting in. Now this contest will be a little different from last year's. You'll have to pick a partner because the contest motive is the bonds between people. This doesn't mean you both have to be in the photo, although that's not against the rules. The photo can be anything. Your bond will be expressed by working together. I want to see all kinds of photos represented. I encourage all of you to enter. At the end of the week, each pair will submit their photo. Of course, I'll be judging to pick the winner. As for the prize, the winner will have their photo displayed in front of the entrance to the main building and a feature in the Blackwell Totem. We only have until Friday? Shit, if I wind up entering, I'm going to have to start thinking about it right away. Who am I kidding? Of course I'm going to enter. Professor Dog turns to survey the class, hands on their hips. One thing you should keep in mind, be certain of who you choose for a partner, because you can't change once you picked. You will both need to work together to create your photo. No cooperation, no entry. I'm starting to feel a little bit nervous about this whole thing. Sure, I've been taking photos for as long as I can remember, but I've never collaborated with someone else like this before. If you plan to enter, I need you to pick your partners before the end of today's class so that I can add your names to the registration sheet. Double shit. I have no idea who to ask and almost no time to make up my mind. Fidgeting nervously, I glance around the classroom. I can already see people murmuring to one another about their plans. Chloe, who's half asleep, raises her eyebrows at me when I meet her gaze. I guess she wasn't so zoned out that she wasn't listening. Rachel winks when I look at her, and I think about how much practice she's had posing for photos. Everyone knows that she wants to be a model. Kate waves her fingers at me, smiling encouragingly. She doesn't have to say anything for me to know that she thinks I should enter. Victoria, she stiffens a little, but she doesn't look away immediately this time. She holds my gaze. I'm not sure if she's issuing a challenge. Victoria. The choice is mine. I could ask anyone. Nothing's stopping me but my own shyness. The worst that could happen is that I'll be turned down, which honestly seems completely mortifying if I'm going to be real here, but I'm even more disappointed with myself if I don't enter at all. Who should I ask? Oh boy! Oh boy! Who should I ask? I don't know who to ask! Definitely not this bitch. We ain't fucking with her. We don't fuck with that. Victoria's giving us eyes, though. Victoria's clearly flirting with... She's undressing us with her fucking eyes, clearly. Chloe is our muse to everything that Max does. Like, literally, anytime Max wants to take a picture, it involves Chloe. But Rachel wants to be a model, so she could be a good poser.